Hey, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA here for you today on Monday, March 11th, 2024. We got NBA player prop spreads totals here for you today. We're going to have 3 picks that are great value bets for this Monday NBA slate. As always, we'd just like to thank you guys all for your continued support here on the channel. If you all are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Make sure you guys check us out on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at Straight Fire Picks for more picks, content, recaps, things like that. Great way to keep up with us there. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord page as well. I'll have a link down below in the comment section and description for that. And lastly, also be sure to drop your favorite pick down below for today's action. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick and include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, guys, now a shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as always, you see this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you are interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP today, there's a join button down below. We'll also have a link in the comment section and description for that. Great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. The cost is just $3.99 per month. You get access to our picks and plays early, so about 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours in advance of the video. And it's also just a great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. Appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the support. You guys absolutely rock. All right, guys, now enough on that. Let's do a recap from our last episode. This is actually from Friday, March 8th. We took Saturday and Sunday off to kind of recoup from a really bad Friday, guys. So Friday's results, we were going for 6 picks. We ended up 1-5, minus 4.10 units. The only play that we cashed was at least the one that I would have wanted to cash, which was Zion Williamson over 10.5 rebounds and assists, just because we put the most amount of money on that, 1.32 units on that to make a full unit. So we did cash that one easily. Zion almost hit this in the first half. He hit it early third quarter. He had 10 at halftime, and he ended up hitting the over. And then we got absolutely slaughtered the rest of the day, guys. We had Dejounte Murray's under 23.5 points. He went for, I think, close to a career high or something like that. He had like 39 or 40 points. Darius Garland, same thing, under 21.5 points. He went completely bananas versus the Timberwolves. And then we had the under in the Bucks-Lakers game. That game ends up going over. We had the Magic money line. They end up losing by 20 plus. It was just absolutely terrible. And terrible calls and reads by me. There's no excuse for it. And that's honestly why I took a couple days off to look at my process and see what we're doing, because it's not working recently. It has not been good. We've really struggled of late. It's been a very poor, few weeks for us, and we need to bounce back. Is something that I had to take a break from it, because it's just one of those things that I hate losing. I hope you guys understand that. I really do. It's not something that obviously we hope to continue here. We hope to turn it around here. I feel good about what we have today, but like I said, very disappointing. As far as our comic cappers swept the plays that were in the chat. We had Eric Me calling Paolo Banchero over 21.5 points. Another great call out from Eric Me. And bet with the boys once again, Zion Williamson over 21.5 points. So our comic cappers have been killing it. Make sure you guys look for those in the comments. Aside from that, let's get back after today, guys. It's time for some redemption. It's time to start the week off right. Positive vibes only. We're going to get a 3-0 sweep today. Let's get it done. We got some winners for you today. Let's get after it here at number 1. We got Nikola Vucevic over 33.5 points and rebounds, minus 105 odds on DraftKings. So, guys, we got Vucevic 6 of his last 10, 4 of his last 6 games at home to this line. Now, a couple big things I'm looking at here. The matchup is what I love the most. The Mavericks here allow the 5th most points, the 9th most rebounds to centers for the season. Last 7 games, 3rd most points to centers and 4th fewest rebounds. Now, of course, there's a little bit more vulnerability and a little bit more rebounds going to be available for us with the Mavericks being on the road. I looked at the centers that have played the Mavericks over the last 7 games or so. You got guys like Horford, Porzingis, which they don't have high lines anyway. A bunch of guys that are kind of makeshift centers that, they play center, but it's not really like Miles Turner. He's another one that they played. They did play Jarrett Allen. He had just 9. But if Vucevic gets 10 rebounds, I think we're going to still hit this over anyway, and I definitely think he's going to hit 10. Earlier in this matchup, earlier in the season, Vucevic posted 20 rebounds versus Lively, the center there for the Mavericks. He will be playing. Now he's backing up Gafford. I also looked at his matchup, versus Gafford. And Vucevic has recorded 38 rebounds in his last 3 home games versus Daniel Gafford. So, I like seeing that. Obviously, that's over 12 rebounds a clip. The Wizards with Gafford in there were giving up a lot of rebounds to the center position too. So, Mavericks play at a high pace. I think you'll definitely see a bunch of rebounds for Vucevic here. What you've seen of late, as far as the Mavericks not allowing a ton of rebounds to centers of late, I think that'll come back. And they have a lot of points to centers for the whole season. Centers have really dominated this matchup with the Mavericks. Gafford and Lively have both getting taken to school. And the problem why I didn't take Vucevic over in points, his point line is 21.5. He's finished with 20, 20, and 21 versus the Mavericks as last year. It's the only reason why I didn't take the specific over in points, although I think that's going to hit. Because basically, before Vucevic, his volume was much less, and his volume is going to be, you can expect his volume to be higher today. That's one of the big things I like about this, this right here. Vucevic is averaging 19.8 shots per game post All-Star break versus 15.8 pre-All-Star break. That's a significant jump. It really is. That's over 4 shots that we're getting there with Vucevic. In this matchup, his volume obviously has gone up. Pat Williams and Levine being out is huge. That has a lot to do with that type of volume. And they've been leaning on Vucevic more. And I expect that to continue here in a great matchup here with the Mavs. Like I said, I think he could dominate both Lively and Gafford. I think he can take advantage of this matchup. I really do. I think he's going to need to keep this game close. And they're going to need a big performance from Vucevic. So, do love it there, guys, for number 1 pick. We got Nikola Vucevic over 33.5 points and rebounds. Minus 105 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we're going a little bit off the beaten path here. We're going San Antonio Spurs plus 4.5 spread here versus the Golden State Warriors. Minus 110 odds on FanDuel. So, yeah, no Stephen Curry for the Warriors. I think that's absolutely huge. And it's shown itself to be huge for the Warriors so far this year. Warriors 0-4 without Curry this season, including most recently a loss at home the other night to the same San Antonio Spurs team who won by 13. The Spurs were in control wire to wire pretty much. It really wasn't that close of a game throughout. Warriors, I don't know if the Warriors got it back within 10 outside of the first quarter. I'd have to look. But I think here, guys, once again, the Spurs are actually getting Wemby back for this game too, which I think will only help them. Wemby is obviously a very efficient scorer. And there's nobody that could really take advantage of like an interior matchup here, which, points in the paint has been a little bit of a struggle for the Spurs this season. And without Curry, who's able to penetrate the lane and stuff like that, I don't see it. I really don't. I think too much of the shooting for the Warriors is going to have to come from the perimeter, and there just isn't enough, breakdown ability with this Warriors offense where they can break a defense down. To me, honestly, they're a little old. Draymond Green, Chris Paul, even Wiggins is starting to get up there. Obviously, Klay Thompson. Thompson's played better of late, but it's not going to be enough. I think you're going to continue to see this Warriors team really struggle without Curry, and they have, like I said, 0-4 this season. And the Spurs have played better of late. They're 3-2 over the last 5 games. Their last road trip was kind of successful. They beat the Warriors, and then they only lost by 2 to the Kings. They really should have won that game as well. They've covered plus 4.5 on the spread in 4 of the last 5 games. So we've seen this team play better. And like I said, with Curry out, I just think it's too much to overcome. I think San Antonio, especially at home, at least to keep this game close within 4.5 points, I'll take it. I really will. Love it there, guys, for number 2 pick. We got the San Antonio Spurs plus 4.5 spread versus the Golden State Warriors minus 110 odds on FanDuel. All right. And finally, at number 3, we got Vasil Micic under 7.5 assists here for the Charlotte Hornets. Minus 106 odds on Caesars. Love this play, guys. We got Micic 8 of his last 10 in the under, 9 of his last 10 under on the road. Now, obviously, Micic is starting at point guard, where he's been starting at shooting guard most nights. But here, guys, what am I saying with this? Obviously, Micic plays 31 to 32 minutes. That's what you're going to expect here tonight. As long as the game is close. I mean, if the game isn't close, you'd see him play less, obviously, if that's the case. He's starting at point guard. Pistons allowing the 5th fewest assists over both the last 7 and the last 15 games. So the Pistons have actually been a little bit better defensively in this regard. And I think here in this game here, on the road for the Hornets is particularly what I'm looking at. And I know, Trey Mann's likely out, and that's a big deal because Noah Misic wouldn't be starting at point guard. So that's why his hit rates are a little deceiving. I don't care whose line is at 7.5. I'm likely going to play the under. That's my point here with Misic. Whether this is Trey Mann under 7.5 or Misic under 7.5, I like this line under for a few reasons. A, we know the Hornets, for one, don't play at an extremely high pace at this point without LaMelo Ball. And lately, offensively, they have not been very good at all. I have a hard time believing that any Hornets player in this lineup is going to get 8 assists. Anybody. I don't care who it is. It could be Bridges, it could be Mann, it could be Misic. Misic got 10 last game at home. That's not going to be a consistent thing you see. I really don't. I think here the Hornets are 25th in field goal percentage and 28th in team assists over the last 10 games. So this team has not been shooting efficiently, particularly being on the road. That's not going to help that at all. They're 7th worst in catch and shoot percentage over the last 10 games. So what I'm trying to tell you there is, even if Misic gets his teammates open shots, they have not been knocking them down at a high clip of late. If you look at Bridges and Miller, man, these guys, sometimes you look at their stats, they'll be shooting 20%, in the second quarter, third quarter. I'm like, what is going on? That's happened a lot of times. I'll check in on Hornets games. I'm like, 20%. Like, they're shooting, like, really, really bad. So I think here in a tough matchup, I just don't see the assists flowing for the Hornets at all. Like I said, they don't average a lot of assists. He's not going to get 8 assists on a consistent basis. I just don't see it. So, love it there, guys, for our number 3 pick. We got Vasil Misic under 7.5 assists here for the Charlotte Hornets, minus 106 odds on Caesars. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If y'all enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. I do appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys absolutely do rock. I know it's been tough here at the channel as far as with our picks of late. And I'm confident we're going to do a couple things differently. A, we're going to have less plays, likely 3 to 4 plays a day, a max of 4 right now until we get things under control. And also, like I said, we're changing some of the ways that we're looking at things. Just as far as looking at injury situations a little bit better and a little bit more closely. I think that's the thing, with some of those unders we took the other day, Garland without all those players. Oh, it was bound to happen. Garland hadn't been hitting that line, but you could feel at some point Garland was going to have to take over, and he did. And it's the same thing with Murray. I'm done fading guys in those spots. It's just not smart. The situation with Misic today is a lot different. I know we're talking about another injury situation with Trey Mann. A lot different, though, because I would take Trey Mann under 7.5 assists, too. So it's not really about the injury situation there. I think that's just the matchup has been tough of late. And the Hornets, is any player on the Hornets realistically going to consistently get 8 assists? I don't think so. I really don't. So I appreciate all of you guys, though. Let's have a big day in the NBA. Let's sweep and get a 3-0 day. Let's start to build some momentum. And, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you all next time. Peace out.